We're here today to kick off this important effort to make sure that everyone is counted. Now, we've started this a long time ago with the formation of this committee, the work going on now at the county level to form organizations there, because we know that this is important to our state and for everyone who lives here. It impacts all of us, from rural to urban, from Murphy to Manteo. And it is important that we're able to make data-driven decisions about our resources. I have a CEO mission statement for North Carolina, and it is this: I want a North Carolina where people are better educated, where they're healthier, where they have more money in their pockets, and they have opportunities to live lives of abundance and purpose. This effort, this census count, as we start this new decade, will be important in helping to achieve those goals. We're just looking at federal funding. The census count in each state determines about where $600 billion goes. And these funds, we're talking about funds for housing, roads, bridges, economic development, healthcare, and education. But it also informs us about what kind of strategic decisions that we make. Not just local, state, and federal government, but also businesses, nonprofits, healthcare organizations will use these census figures and will make decisions, sometimes fiscal, monetary decisions, based on the data that is provided. Now, we know a lot of people don't want to be counted, and that sometimes, depending on where they live or what they think, they may not want to fill out a census form. That's why it's important for this effort to be grassroots. That's why it's important to bring in so many diverse organizations to come and help, so that we can have all kinds of people reach out to the all kinds of people that we have in North Carolina. And that's what this is about. Why I've appointed such a broad-based board, people made up from business, nonprofit, military, education, faith-based, healthcare, all kinds of community groups are a part of this commission in order for us to make sure that everybody in North Carolina stands up and is counted. When I got elected Attorney General of North Carolina in 2000, we were having a census at that point. And one of my first major cases was a case between the state of Utah and the state of North Carolina to determine which state would get an additional member of Congress, because the population count was so very close. The issues had to do with whether we counted missionaries overseas, military people. There were some legal issues here, but the bottom line was making sure that as many people in North Carolina was counted as possible. And we won that case in the United States Supreme Court, and therefore North Carolina received a 13th member of Congress. That will be at stake here as to whether North Carolina potentially could receive a 14th member of Congress. That is why it is so important that we get the word out and that we get everyone in North Carolina to stand up and be counted. I have another meeting that I have to go to, so I'm going to have to leave, but I wanted to come here to thank Secretary Sanders and her leadership, the Department of Administration. Also thank everyone from across this state who has been willing to give their time to step up and to be a part of this effort, because it's important for everyone in North Carolina to be counted. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.